Now, an inspiration to millions and the hero we needed just when we needed him. Last night, the nation came together to clap for Captain Sir Tom Moore.
So many took part in the tribute, including his grandson, Tom Teixeira, and he joins us now. Very good morning to you, Tom, and huge condolences for your loss. I think the whole nation feels like they have lost a grandfather figure, a father figure. But for you, this is totally personal, and we send our deepest condolences to you. Tell us what it was like last night to see so many people across the country come out to applaud someone who, for most of his life, you just knew as Grandad.
Good morning. Thank you for these really kind words. It's been a really sad few days for the family, and the kind words from everyone has been so overwhelming. And seeing everyone come together last night, it meant so much to the family. And I know he's looking down on everyone, and he's seeing a sense of community. I mean, that's exactly what he wanted.
Tom, we've got a sense over the last few months of what an extraordinary person he was, how much energy he had, his interest in other people, which I always found enthralling. You know, we were lucky enough to interview him on a couple of occasions. He was always so engaged with what was going on around him. What was he like for you as a granddad when you were growing up, when you were little? What sort of person was he, and what will those memories mean to you over the next few months and the next few years?
So I speak for all the grandchildren. He always showed a lot of interest in what was happening in our lives, whether that be school, sports, and especially work. Whenever we go see him twice a year, me and my brother, he'd always show an interest. He'd always show, you know, about the normal stuff, anything that a normal granddad would do, and I definitely miss that. A lot of the other memories, like going on long bike rides together. Over in Gravesend, we're going to miss all of that, and those are such nice memories that, you know, I'm going to have to remember. I'll remember for the rest of my life with him.
What was it like for you when last April he had decided to take up this challenge to do 100 laps of the garden and raise a small amount of money for NHS staff to just help them through it? What did you think at the time was going to happen?
I thought it was going to be a very small thing. I know he wanted to do it for a little challenge, and it's just a sense of giving back to the NHS because they treated him so well. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think he would have completed the innings. So I think he wanted to give a sense of giving back. And no one thought it was going to be as big as this. And when it did start growing, I think he adapted to it. I think he did really enjoy it. And I think his ability to get his story out there and his story told, and inevitably give everyone light and hope when everyone else had run out.
It was so crucial, wasn't it? Was there a moment, Tom, when you thought, hold on, this is getting a little bit bigger than a small challenge? Like, did something happen where you suddenly, well, you're starting to see your granddad on television, but did something happen to you and the rest of the family where people want to hear about your grandfather to you as well? Was there a moment when you thought, this might have got a bit out of hand?
There were a few moments. And I'm going to cherish those moments because it just shows you the love towards him. And so many people would come up to you and they'd ask him, what's it like being a grandson? And I don't think that was covered as much, so it's nice to be able to talk about it now and to give a sense of what a family man he was. And not just a war hero and a fundraising machine, but as an actual family man.
Yes, of course. He just appeared such a loving family man. He'd lived at your cousin's, hadn't he, for almost 15 years of his life. You know, there was obviously a really strong connection between you all. And it's just so remarkable what he managed to do with all of your support in that final year of his life, because that small amount of money turned into $1 million and eventually turned into 39 million. He becomes a Guinness World Record holder. He gets a Pride of Britain award. He has a book. He's the oldest person to get to #1. And then he's knighted by the Queen. I mean, but he still remained, didn't he, so down to earth. And that must have been important for you.
He did, and I think growing up, that's exactly what he was like. He didn't expect anything, a big fuss to be made over anything. And throughout this whole time and all the events that have happened, he's stayed true to himself. You know, he's got on with it. Typical Yorkshireman. We get on with it. We move forward and take each day as it comes and live life to the fullest. And that's exactly what he was about.
All of those things Susanna said happened in the space of about 5 or 6 months as well. It's just a complete whirlwind. There's a big clamour, Tom, for a lasting memorial to your grandfather, a statue or something like that. How do the family feel about that as an idea?
I don't think we're expecting anything like that, but it's really nice to think that people would like to do that for our grandfather. And yeah, I can see it happening, and it would be very nice to have a memory like that, and we can all go visit and pay our respects to him.
Tom, your grandfather's mantra was tomorrow will be a good day, and if you're having a bad day, then, you know, things will get better. Is that something that has got you through some tough times?
It has indeed, and I think it's very important that the whole nation takes on his saying, because currently it's such bleak times and we don't know when the end might be, but like he said, tomorrow will be a good day. Even if you're struggling now, like I've struggled in the past, I've had days where I've struggled, you think back and think tomorrow's going to be a better day, and I think that's what we all need to take on board.
We will indeed. Tom, thank you so much for sharing some of those thoughts and memories of your grandfather. Thank you for sharing him with all of us as well, because that must be tricky for all of you as grandchildren, thinking he's my granddad, he's not yours, but he is an extraordinary human being, and we are very proud that he is the best of British. So thank you for joining us this morning.
That's okay. I know he's looking down on us now. He's reunited with my grandma, and he's looking down on us now, all of us. And he's saying we can get through this, and tomorrow will be a better day.
Oh, Tom, huge love to all your family as you cope with his loss. Thank you so much for being with us.